Whoa. Oh my god, this is so much. All right. So we got illustrated card art returns, community feedback action items, illustrated card art returns, environment overhaul for style and fantasy, game-wide performance updates, K screen, ability screen, HUD art, layout adjustments, plus 20 plus Smite 1 items added to Smite 2. We already know about all this, right? Minion knockback AI, and grouping match to Smite 1. Anonymization system changes and UI updates. Short description mode and store UI. Awards and consumer slots. Function like Smite 1. Okay. Store items return into their own slot. So you have 7 items with the starter item slot. Revised god damage typing and scaling systems. All gods will only do 1 damage type. All gods can still buy all items. Gods will be split into 3 groups: 100% strength scaling, 100% intelligence scaling, or hybrid scaling up by strength and intelligence. Tech now have unique protection scalings on their abilities. Magical physical penetration removed, replaced with penetration, so all gods are more easily. Yeah, we know about that. So you just buy one. If you want penetration for either magical or physical, you just buy penetration, and it works for both. So you're not buying physical pen or magical pen, since everybody can buy the same items, right? So that's cool. I like that change. Reworked many existing gods mechanics to address fields issues and functionality consistency. Okay, hopefully they worked a lot on that. Worked many existing god visual effects for better clarity, performance, and impact. I did notice. I remember that they lowered the clutter on the screen, so everybody was complaining about that. There's just too much going on, so they adjusted that a lot. Added LED system that throttles FX emitters based on visual quality settings. Future upgrades will use the system throttle based on distance and number of active emitters on screen. Okay. Okay. Niagara. FX emitters. Okay. Worked many existing gods. Audio sound effects for better clarity, performance, and impact, and bring back familiar sounds from Smite 1. Okay, cool. A lot of people are complaining about that, so that's good. Smite 2 closed alpha will go online. Yo, Galvin, thanks for the 47 months of the Prime, dude. I really appreciate that. Welcome back to the Fonzo family. Smite 2 closed alpha, and thanks for using your Prime on me. Smite 2 closed alpha will go online and be playable 24/7 starting on August 27, roughly 7 a.m. EST. From that point on, all progress and account item ship will be permanent, so there's no going to be there's no wipes or resets. Once the 27th comes around, you'll get perma progress on your account. So keep that in mind, guys. Players will launch this version of the game using Smite 2 entry in your Steam, Epic Games, or console library. All future updates will continue to use this primary app to guarantee yourself a plus way to play. Purchase the Founders Pack. There will be other ways to obtain codes to play, but those will be limited. Okay, interesting. They should do drops for codes. Settings. Setting screen has been reordered to better fit industry standards and Smite 1 flows. Okay. This one, I don't really care too much about the different settings. Color blindness modes have been added. Nice. Significant efforts taken in order to improve FPS and connectivity. Players should notice significant improved performance compared to alpha weekends and larger impacts on their performance from changing video settings. Nice. Accolade updates. Updated sound effects for killing a god. Added announcer video. Do you still disappear like in freaking Infinity War when you die? Do the characters just freaking get snapped out of existence? Enemy has been slain, and the similar lines for enemies / allies deaths. These will only play if the kill is not attached to a multi-killer killing spree. It needs to spawn. Your towers are attacked. Okay. Gold burst on killing minions and gods now has proper VFX and sends a projectile towards the player. Okay, cool. Player behavior. Report. Open the scoreboard tab screen and click on any player's name to open the report form. This can be accessed at any time in a match or end of match lobby. It cannot be accessed from the home screen at this time. Okay. So you're going to want to report people in-game or right after the game. Mute options. Click on a player's name in the lobby or speaker. Okay, and you just mute every... Oh, you can mute different things. Voice, VGS, pings, all. Okay. Player behavior policies are consistent across all Harris games. Okay. Deserter penalty is in effect. Okay. Full matchmaking support for NA, EU, Latin America North, Latin America South, North Asia, Oceania. Okay, cool. It's a lot of regions, a lot of servers. Hopefully, a lot of these will get some population. That's good, Noin. You mean like literally the few days ago? Smite 2 ranked system goals. Rank conquest test season. Increase the player base and enhance the competition. Test season. Different features will be rolled out over the course of the test season to evaluate them individually and for changes to be made as necessary. Launch will include the new rating system and party restrictions, with the next features being leaderboards and roll queue, which are planned to arrive in closed alpha 2. The test season will last 3 to 4 patches as needed before ranked season 0. New rating system, skill rating. Skill rating is a brand new rank system designed for Smite 2. Skill rating is an all-in-one system which describes your skill level and rank tier in Smite 2 Rank Conquest. Previously, these two systems were characterized separately as MMR and TP. Core functionality behind SR. All players start at the minimum SR, which is 0. So you're all going to start at ground 0, literally. And basically what? Bronze, Amber. You're going to be all Amber at the beginning. You have to grind. Bronze or Amber to Deity series on the way. SR will adjust more quickly when the system believes you are underrated. I'll zoom in here so you guys can actually see. SR adjusts more quickly when the system believes you are underrated, but will not heavily penalize a player who has overachieved. SR is an uncapped value, meaning that the only limit on how high it can go is determined by a player's skill level and matchmaking. At the top end, SR is designed to reward a higher win rate over a higher win count to encourage serious competition at the highest levels. Oh, that's cool. SR's integration and ranked matchmaking will expand over time, with the first iteration in the test scene not being the final intent. Updates to come soon. New ranks. Ranked tiers and divisions have been revamped for SMITE 2 in line with the switch to SR. So this is what we got. We go from Amber. Everybody starts at Amber, 0 SR, to Bronze, 800 SR, Silver, 1400 SR, 2000 SR Gold, 2600 SR Platinum, 3200 Diamond, 3800 Obsidian, 4400 Master, 5000 Demigod, and 5500 Deity. Road to Deity. Is that actually how you spell Deity? Why does it look like the E is before the I there? Isn't it I before E? And Deity is top 100 only. Okay, cool. Hardstock Amber. A lot of people are going to be Hardstock Amber. Wow. Okay. That's pretty cool. The rank system is pretty cool. Yeah. All ranks up to Demigod are separate by 600 SR and split into 3 divisions. Okay. We know that. At Demigod, there will no longer be divisions. Rather, the way to separate yourself from the competition is to achieve a higher skill rating. Once in Demigod rank, players will battle to earn the rank of Deity. This is the most prestigious rank in SMITE 2, which is reserved for the top 100 players worldwide, which is a little bit odd because you can't compete against the other people in the other regions. So that's a little bit weird, but that's okay. Oh, it is Deity with an E. Okay, I was wrong. During Deity, a player must gain at least 500 SR in Demigod, achieve 5500 SR minimum, be in the top 100 players ranked by SR worldwide. Okay. It is possible to drink from all ranks in SMITE 2. If a player loses a match and suffers SR losses that result in a D rank, a player will first fall to the minimum SR rating for that rank. At that point, they will lose to one more match. Have to lose one more match before falling out of their current rank. Okay. Party restrictions. This is important. SMITE 2 rank conquest aims to expand the player base, and to do so, we have brought down all the walls on party restrictions. That's sick, dude. Hopefully, this attracts people to play the game. A rank system with fewer restrictions on parties can allow a large influx of players who previously would have never tried ranked. That is true. I know a lot of people who are anxious about ranked will play if their other friends are playing. Like when it comes to like Valorant, StarCraft, a bunch of games. Heavy restrictions also encourage other undesirable behavior such as smurfing, which we would like to take steps towards. That's also true. You're more likely to smurf if you can't play with your friend, right? We will gather valuable feedback and data on the connections between ranked, matchmaking, and party restrictions over the course of the ranked test season, and adjustments will be made as necessary. Okay. Party size restrictions. Players will be able to queue for SMITE 2 ranked as a solo player or as a party of 2, 3, or 5. Which they're doing no parties of 4 because you can't, so you won't just be able to bully one person that's on your team, which I guess kind of makes sense, but you can kind of do that with 3 anyway. But you can stack ranked as a 5-man, a 3-man, a 2-man. That's awesome. That's so much fun. Solo players will only be matchmade against other solo players. I don't know about that one. Parties will only be matchmade against other parties. SR is consistent whether queuing solo or with a party. Okay, first of all, if there's not a huge player base, bro, there's going to be so little amount of players to actually queue against for this. But also, why just solo players? Why can't I queue against a party of 2 or 3? I would understand not against 5. But there's no way this is good. Solo players will only be matchmade against other solo players. I don't like that. What do you guys think? SR is consistent whether queuing solo or with a party. But this is especially bad if there's not enough people playing. You're just going to it's going to put you against worse players just because it has to be solo. There are no restrictions on ranks between party members. Oh, wow. So a Deity can queue with an Amber. That's actually crazy. SR dampening for wide skill range parties. To address the potential impact of parties with large skill gap on the integrity of the SR and Deity leaderboards, there will be adjustments to SR gains and losses to parties that meet certain criteria. This dampening affects both gains and losses, so the players who wish to play competitive SMITE with friends of a wide skill range can do so without having to interfere too heavily with the trajectory of their SR journey. That's a funny way to put it. 25% SR reduction if the top and bottom SR rated players are more than 1,200 SR apart, scaling another 25% for each additional 600 difference up to 75%. Immediate 50% reduction to a player in the party is ranked in Demigod or higher. Okay, so basically if you're a really high rank and you're queuing with an Amber or a Silver or a Bronze or whatever it is, you're not going to get as much SR for carrying them. And I think the same for the Amber player. They're not going to get as much because they're getting carried, which is a good thing. That's a good... I like that. Um, yeah, I think with a huge player base, it's fine, Tim. But I think for now, like, I think especially for now, you should be able to queue against at least duos as a solo player. Maybe not 3 and 5, but definitely like you can already queue against duos as a solo player in Smite 1. So yeah, basically less reward if your ranks are very far apart and you're queuing with a party or a duo, which is good. But I don't know what the queues are going to be like. Matchmaking changes may occur over the course of the ranked test season, as the current implementation is not the final implementation. Gathering data from this period of time will be invaluable for creating a long-term sustainable matchmaking backbone to the ranked system. Okay. This is a huge W's, by the way, just in general for ranked. That actually makes me want to play the game. There's no body affecting players who enter or exit parties after selecting the ranked queue. If you run into queue issues, leave the queue and reselect rank to reset until the bug is fixed in an upcoming patch. Okay. New draft lobby UI has been implemented that displays the timeline of picks and bans more clear to players. Cool. Okay, so huge. I like these a lot. Only thing I don't like is that solo can only play versus other solo players, but I don't think even separating them is worth it in my opinion. I think you should be able to go against at least duos as a solo queuer. I don't even think it's that big of a deal. Okay. User interface. Illustrated card art returns. We know about that. Item store UI updates, HUD updates, skill screen or K screen. Sort description updates, level up amounts and scaling shown. Key shortcuts to level scopes with new screen. Yeah, I heard that. Changing cast mode per ability is now done in the setting screen and not in the K screen. That's how it is in Marvel Rivals. I wonder if that's an Unreal Engine 5 thing. So with touch-ups for accuracy to Smite 2 models, they're adjusting the art. A lot of the changes they made in the art I think are cool. I think the people that don't like it are kind of just missing the past. Stuck in the past. There's no songs in the queue if anybody wants to request, by the way. Thank you, Moose. I really appreciate the sub, dude. Welcome back to the Fonzo family. Progression and customization. Okay. Starting with this update, progression will not be reset with possible rare exceptions. If any extreme exploits are found, all progression earned and cosmetics unlocked will be permanent throughout all future beta and live phases. Legacy gems earned from Smite 1, double the amount earned when you buy a Founder's Edition, can be used to pay up to 50% of the cost of most new Smite 2 content. Can be used to 100% unlock Smite 1 classic skins, gods, including new Smite 2 gods, or specific other items. That's interesting. You can use Legacy gems 100% of the way to unlock new gods in Smite 2 and skins, classic skins. Thank you, Moose. I appreciate the 13 months and a happy birthday. Welcome back to the Fonzo family. And now there's a new premium currency in Smite 2 called Diamonds. Free sources of diamonds, God Mastery tracks, 225 diamonds from free levels spread throughout the Mastery track, 225 diamonds from reaching level 10 and owning the God's Ascension Pass. Daily logins yield diamonds per every day, 100 diamonds spread over 7 days. Your progress number resets, even if you miss a day. Okay, cool. So yeah, basically, I think with the God Masteries, if you have a God and you have the track for them and you get them to rank 10, it pays for itself. The Ascension Pass pays for itself because you get the diamonds back. So as long as you're like grinding and you're playing your character, if you really like Ares, for example, and you get the Ascension Pass for him and you level him up, you unlock so many things along the way. There's like emotes, there's skins, there's a lot of cool stuff that you can get. And another thing that you get, an important thing, is that you get diamonds for it. So you get refunded basically. So it's basically free as long as you actually grind the pass out. Pretty cool. You can now upgrade your Founder's Edition. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Progression. Worshippers. Earned from playing PvP games. Tracked individually per god to progress through mastery levels. Unlocks mastery level free rewards. Unlocks mastery level ascended rewards with the Ascension Passes owned. That's what I was just talking about. And a lot of those skins are really cool. That's unfortunate, Evo. Account XP earned from playing PvP games. Tracking your player profile. Skill rating earned from playing ranked games. Tracking your player profile to display your rank tier. Okay. Custom games will not provide any progression. That makes sense. God unlocks. Throughout the closed alpha phases, all gods except the most recent leases will be available on free rotation for all players. These gods will be marked with the free rotation icon to indicate this. For this closed alpha 1 update, Mordred and Jingwei will only be accessible to Founders Edition owners or will need to be unlocked with diamonds or legacy gems. Okay, keep that in mind, guys. If you want to play Mordred or Jingwei, you make sure you have the Founders Edition, and or you're going to have to unlock it with diamonds or legacy gems, which should be easy. Legacy gems, 100% goes to the to new characters, it just said, so you guys probably have a lot of legacy gems stacked up. In the future, gods will need to be unlocked individually, and only Founders Edition owners will retain their free access to all gods forever. So that's basically just the god pack from Smite 1. So, Ascension Passes and God Mastery. Okay. Okay, so this tells you what the Ascension Pass gives you. So Ascension Pass grants the following items immediately on unlock. Shadow Skin for that god, a tracker unique to that god, the Mastery emote for that god, a permanent 25% Worshipper boost for that god. And then here are all the rewards. Level 1, Clap emote. Level 2, Objective Destroy Tracker. Level 3, Assist Tracker. Level 4, God Unique Tracker. Level 5, Onyx Skin plus 30 diamonds. Level 5, Opal Skin. Global emote. Level 6, Level 7, Wave emote. Level 8, Title. Level 9, Kills Tracker. Level 10, God Mastery Badge. Level 10 again, Radiant Skin plus Card Effect plus 225 diamonds plus the 75 diamonds from before. Level 11, a free Mist Mastery Star to be displayed on your Mastery level. Level 12, free unlimited number of Mastery Stars. Look at all this stuff you can unlock. So you can get so much progress. For those people that really like grinding gods and like getting all the stuff unlocked from them, the titles, the stars, there's so much customization when it comes to like the actual card when you're loading in and your characters and stuff. Lots of skins as well, and the skins are cool. Note that reaching level 5 will require fewer worshippers than in Smite 1, but reaching level 10 still requires the same amount. We wanted players to be able to get more rewards more quickly and wanted to recognize this new level 5 milestone as the amount of time it takes to really have mastered a god. I like that. I think that's cool. That's pretty crazy, Moans. Yeah, a lot of people have a ton of legacy gems. Hyros was really generous with them. Skins. Change the physical appearance on your god in game. Includes visual effect, audio changes, voice acting changes, additional animations, or other features depending on the skin rarity. Okay. Trackers are just like the numerical counters that display a unit of measurement for how many times you have achieved a specific action with each god. So that could be with kills, objectives destroyed, towers killed. You know, there's so much customization there. Badges, artistic icons to display on your god's card on the loading screen. Each god can have up to 3 badges equipped. Any badge unlocked can also be used as a primary badge avatar for your new player account. For your player account, okay. Card effects, animated effects around the edge of your god's card on the loading screen. This is all just stuff that you can add to your character's card art and stuff. Animation emotes cause your god to animate in the game world, triggered through VGS, which I believe a lot of these are memes. I'm pretty sure they're good. A lot of these emotes are pretty funny. It's going to be like Fortnite all over again. Particle effect emote that displays mastery level or mastery stars of the god you are currently playing. Oh, that's cool. So you can throw up your mastery stars in game. Global emotes, particle effect emotes using game to convey various motions, triggered through VGS, equipped to the player profile level and applies to all gods. Global emotes now display a different self preview near your character, so it's easier for you to see. Other players will still see your global emote in the air. So now instead of you just clicking your global emote and it just going up in the air and you're not even seeing it, it's going to give you like a photo mode, basically a cinematic of it. So that's cool. Titles, a text string displayed near your player name on the card, equipped to the player. Yeah, okay, cool. Cosmetic rarities. In Smite 2, each cosmetic is designed to offer a wide variety of customization options. We've assigned a rarity to each item to help classify different levels of detail, effects, and animation that go into each one, ranging from heroic all the way up to mythical. The full list of rarities includes heroic green, fabled blue, epic purple, legendary yellow, mythical orange. Okay, so there's different tiers of rarity. Cosmetic obtainability. All skins should have one of the following obtainability tags, clarifying time availability. Standard. Available for direct purchase. Special. This item is from a special event, may appear for direct purchase or in chest. Rare. This is a rare item that may only appear on special occasions. Skins may also have additional tags clarifying different attributes such as cross-gen, classic skins, and more. God loadouts. In Smite 2, a variety of cosmetics can be seen at the god level and displayed differently for each god you play. This can be accessed from the home screen. God select. God, select a god loadout. Skin, badges, trackers, card effect. Okay. Player loadout's primary badge. Functions like avatar. Title. Global emotes. Okay, Divine Legacy. Accounts that linked their Smite 1 progress should see a variety of rewards through the Divine Legacy system. Legacy gems should be granted in the proper amount. Cross-gen skins unlocked in Smite 1 should now be properly unlocked in Smite 2. Okay. Okay, a bunch of badges and stuff from Smite 1. So just a bunch of stuff that you can get from having your account linked in the Divine Legacy. Conquest. Okay. Environment overhaul for style and fantasy. Adjusted core engine settings, remove. Okay, so basically they just made everything look like more like the feel of Smite, like the people wanted. And they have some pictures of that were really good. And they showed. I think it looks a lot better. Starting gold increased from 750 to 1250 to probably to properly match the fact that we have starter items now. So tower changes, tier 1 tower increase. Okay, so they buffed all the towers because they were hitting like wet noodles before, basically useless. Hopefully they don't hit too hard now though. Also reduce the gold bounty you gain from killing them. They buffed the Phoenix as well. Layout changes, dual lane width increased by 2 meters. Dual lane side jungle moved up to 2 meters to compensate for lane adjustment. Okay. Did the same with mid lane. Okay. All right. They buff Fire Giant health. The Ancient Fury will now spawn whenever the Gold Fury is defeated 3 times, regardless of which team defeated her previously. She would spawn when one team has defeated her 3 times. New camp Oracles. Oracles that replace the middle camp buff camp on the Gold Fury side. Defeating both Oracles spawns a Ward for your team in the Gold Fury pit. Ward lasts for 60 seconds. Okay, nothing really changed there. New camp, Queen Naga. The Queen Naga will spawn at 7 minutes into the match. An announcement will play for all players. Her minimap icon will be visible for all players. The Queen Naga has 4 random spawn locations. 2 on the Order side, 2 on the Chaos side. Once she has spawned on one side, her next spawn will always be on the opposite side. For example, if she spawned on the Order side, her next spawn will be on the Chaos side. One spawn, she will idle for 45 seconds before starting her patrol. Her patrol path will always end at the opposing team's jungle side. For example, if she starts her patrol on the Order side, she will end up on the Chaos side at the end of her patrol. Once she ends her patrol, she will idle again for 45 seconds before restarting her patrol. When attacked, she will create a dynamic leash area at her location. Her distance from her starting location will be presented on her health bar. Once she's too far from her starting location, she will return back to her starting location. While in combat, she will always attack the closest hostile target. This is different from our other jungle camps, who will only target the first hostile target until they leave the leash area. When defeated, she drops a new jungle buff called Naga Assault, detailed ahead. It is recommended to have at least 2 players to defeat her. Respawns every 4 minutes. Okay, interesting. New jungle buff, Naga Assault. Drops from defeating the Queen Naga. Dealing damage to an objective or jungle boss spawns 2 Naga soldiers that assist you in battle. Naga soldiers will only attack the target you've initially hit. Soldiers will despawn if the player is defeated or if the target is defeated. There's a 20-second cooldown before you can summon another set of soldiers. Interesting. You can only summon a new set of soldiers when the previous set have been unsummoned or defeated. Naga soldier's strength and health is based on the owner's level. For example, a level 10 player's Naga soldiers is much weaker than a level 20's soldiers. That makes sense. Naga soldiers can be affected by superior leadership. Superior leadership is attained by defeating the Gold Fury twice. Lasts for 180 seconds. Stacks with their jungle buffs. That's pretty cool. Although I think minions are very annoying to deal with. Like whenever you're against like characters like minions that can block autos, single target autos, or single target abilities, that can be pretty frustrating. So hopefully these aren't too frustrating. Play with and against AI controlled god bots in the arena versus AI mode. Okay, we don't care about this. But they added some arena AI bots, so that's cool. They adjusted arena as well. It's adjusted the starting gold and all that. That's pretty cool. Made some changes to arena. I don't really care too much about this. But they did the art they changed, which is nice. Thank you, Generic. I appreciate that. All right, gods. Moving on. New Smite 2 exclusive god Mordred. General. Deals physical damage, mixed strength and int ability, and basic attacks healing, melee basic attacks, light tank base stats. Basic attack has a 4-hit chain, attacks in order Morning, Clarent, Morning with a 0.75, 1 time swing time. Morning's damage scales with 100% strength plus 20% int. Clarence damage scales with 100% int plus 60% strength. Oh my goodness. What the heck? Okay. That's an interesting hit chain. Wrath of the Forsaken passive. Hit enemies to gain wrath. Your ultimate ability, Heart Slash, can only be used after reaching 40 wrath. Your ultimate ability, Pursue the Weak, can only be used after reaching 80 wrath. So it's like Arthur. You have a base ult and a charged ult, basically. That's the Heart Slash is the base ult, and then Pursue the Weak is the charged ult. After using the ability or attacking, your interact key becomes a dash forward. Interesting. This deals physical damage and knocks back the first enemy got hit. Cruel Strikes, ability 1. Strike twice with your swords. Okay. I'm not going to read all of these numbers and everything. I'd rather just get in the game and see how he feels. I've always find that way more intuitive than just reading. Thanks, Noin. I appreciate that. Yeah, he's Arthurian. Deal physical damage to enemies around you, then gain increased attack speed and movement speed while buff. Basic attack hits on enemies, reduce their physical protection, and increase your own. Sheesh, that's a pretty cool ability. Blood Rage, that's a cool name. Fire projectile that deals blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Heart Slash, that's the base ult, and then the charged ult is here. I really want to try Mordred. Well, his ult's really cool. Basically, with your ult, you literally go CC immune, and you become like ethereal, and you can dash through everything on the map. Player-made walls in the map, and then you knock up. You basically take people into the air like a King Arthur ult. You banish them, but it's AoE, and it does a ton of damage. It looks really cool, so we'll try him out eventually. And then Jingwei, they added back to the game. Persistent Gust now has a secondary larger circle area which does not hit enemies but allows Jingwei to gain the attack speed buff without being hit by her own knockup. That's pretty cool. You don't have to knock yourself up now to get your steroid. Explosive Bolts now has 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 charges per rank, allowing the ability to be fired up to 3 times in rapid succession and therefore gaining up to 9 explosive bolt shot in a row if the ability is activated after every 3rd shot. What the hell? That's insane. All right, cut. I'll do that for you. We're gonna go back to the beginning because cut the lip wasn't here for the rest of it. Let's try again. Okay. So, community feedback action items. This is a list of the... That's pretty crazy though. She has 3 or 9, I guess. Agility's dash now has left, right, turning control available to Jingwei while dashing. Wait, I don't really know what that means. She can, instead of just dashing forward or dashing wherever she's looking, she can kind of like Rama dash left and right. Airstrike can now strike a second time directly back in the direction it was fired from. This will occur if Jing does not immediately choose a landing location. This second strike can be skipped by landing immediately. Does it do damage the second time? That's pretty cool. I like that change though. You just go back. So much mobility. General deals physical damage, strength ability scaling, range basic attacks, 100% strength plus 20% int for basic attacks. That's everybody. That's how everybody is now. Every single basic attack in the game is 100% strength plus 20% int. So if you want to build like crit Yumi or crit soul or whatever, you're going to build strength. So your auto slam. What's up? Rapid reincarnation passive. When exiting the fountain, fly into the sky and swerve obstacles. Select a landing location earlier to descend when the duration expires. Okay. Persistent gust ability 1. Create a gust. Yeah, okay. And they didn't really do much with the rest of this though. Cool. So yeah, Jingwei's in the game and they added some cool changes to her. God damage types. All SMITE 2 gods will deal 1 physical, 1 damage type, physical or magical, for all of their basic attacks and abilities. Physical gods will deal only physical damage but may scale off strength or int. Magical gods will deal only magical damage but may scale off strength or int. So, to break this down for you guys, it's pretty simple. Some people are confused by this. So, if you're a physical character, you're going to do physical damage. The enemy team will need to build physical defense for you. Let's say like a Breastplate of Valor, if that has physical defense on it, and then SMITE 2. So all of these characters you can nullify by building physical defense. Even if they scale off intelligence a bunch. So let's say Neith. Neith can scale off intelligence a bunch because she can be ability based, right? So if she builds a bunch of intelligence, she's going to do a lot more damage, but she's still going to be doing physical damage. So if she hits you with her 1 or her ult with a full int build, it's going to do a lot of damage, but it's still physical, okay? There's just hybrid, different ways to build. Since everybody can build every item, it's just a way to... add a little bit more depth to building individually for each character, so you have to learn your character more. It's really cool. So same thing for magical. If you're playing Soul and you want to go full auto attack Soul and you build full strength because your autos scale off of strength, every single auto in the game scales off 100% strength and 20% int. So if you go a bunch of crit, a bunch of strength items, death metal, deathbringer, all that kind of stuff, you're still doing magical damage as Soul. You simply can crit and you can simply scale off strength more. Does that make sense? It's very, very simple. It's really not difficult at all. And then keep in mind that penetration is not, it's not categoried now. So it's just, you just get pen and it works for both. It's not specific to anything. I'm good, Flatcap. How are you doing today, dude? Yeah, so in SMITE 2, all gods, SMITE 2 gods can still buy all items. We already talked about this. I guess Mordred is a slight exception because of his different weapons. So yeah. And then this just shows you different characters, like what their mix is. Mordred's really cool, dude. I'm excited to play him. Thanks, Mayo. God Polish. VFX reworks and adjustments. While many VFX have been adjusted for clarity and visual quality, we want to draw special attention to 5 gods in particular for this release. Chaac, Ymir, and Kukulkan's are more major visual reworks, while Loki and Thanatos are more focused reworks. In the section below, changes relating to this pass will be tagged with VFX rework. Okay, knockups. Gods now much more quickly blend to their knockup falling animation when hit with the knockup effect. This should make knockups feel more responsive as a whole. Okay, cool. That was a bit of an issue. Dashes and charges. Dashes feel smoother as a whole, both in the expected distance they should travel, but how server correction interacts with dashes. Oh, okay. Examples. Susano's Stormcutter dash was often going much further than it should and would hitch at the end as the server corrected the air. This felt bad and made it difficult to follow up as you would dash far past your target. Both of these issues should be resolved. Okay, cool. Fix an issue where gods dashing could block gods' cameras, causing them to zoom in as if they had backed up into a wall. Which, by the way, they should do, since they have the ability to remove the walls on the map now with Mordred ult, like the visuals. If you back into a wall, it should just remove the wall from your visual so you can actually see. I think he's probably more of a hybrid. He's probably both. I think he'll be good in solo, though, Fineokay. Basic attack audio adjustments is the first pass, so not all gods have received this update, but we'll be going back to update gods while keeping these notes true going forward. Our goal with these changes is to ensure basic attacks feel good to swing and especially good to hit with. Basic attack chain audio. Adjusted gods efforts grunts. God effort grunts to play only on the final hit of a basic attack chain rather than randomly each swing. Okay. Matches Smite 1. More audio feedback. Feels better to use. Update many swings to be quieter while we increase the volume of the hits or ensure they had a distinct element that stood out from the swing. This should better match Smite 1. Easily discern a basic attack miss versus a hit through just the audio. That's good. That was something Smite 1 had that always felt nice. Okay. Reduce the likelihood of repeated audio from swing to swing. That's cool. Some other audio effects to clear things up, I believe. Here, I'm going to request a song. No songs in the queue, by the way. This song doesn't work? Are you kidding me? Dude, I swear none of my songs work now. Minion hit reactions. A major pass has been done on minion hit reactions and minion knockback in general. How far and what direction your abilities and your abilities send minions backwards should be much closer to expected, making it much easier to manage grouping and manipulate the wave with your abilities. Additionally, how minions respond and recover to being pushed out of their squad and target position should be closer to expectation as well. Many gods' abilities have the amount they push minions also updated to more expected values. Okay. Something already doing done SMITE, something else. Okay, cool. In Smite 1, you are prevented from moving further into a character's collision, but if you end up overlapping them due to a teleport or knockback, you are not immediately pushed away. Instead, you are allowed to move out, but never more into the character. This makes interactions where gods are forced to overlap due to ability interactions resolve gracefully. Okay. I don't really know what that means, but... Oh, that's good, annoying. Cancel and cooldown commit fixes. Fix many cases where a god was able to cancel an ability right after confirming and not have the ability go on cooldown. Hit reactions from map objectives. God should now properly react to hits from towers, phoenixes, gold fury, fire giant, and the titans. This should help you recognize when being damaged by any of these map objectives. Cool. Hit VFX clarity. Many hits will now play offset from the character's collision, giving better directional feedback and allowing the VFX to be less obscured by the god's model. More hits will be updated to this new system as we move forward. Okay. And then they adjusted a bunch of characters individually. Sheesh. I'm not going to read all of these. But basically, just keep in mind, they just upgraded every character, basically. Their visual effects, their sound effects made them feel more like Smite 1, made them feel better. More visual and audio feedback. Make them feel more smooth. Because I'll remove a lot of the clunkiness. Which is what we want. Okay. A bunch of god balance changes. I don't know if I care too much about all of these, unless there's like a really cool changes. Oh, so a lot of abilities are going to be scaling off protections now, like Bellona's are. I guess that's one way for them to make bruisers feel better because they felt so bad in a lot of the early tests in this game. Okay, they added a bunch of items, a bunch of Smite 1 items. Have two consumable. This is what they changed. This is a good change. Something we recommended really early on. Players of Smite 2 will now have 2 consumable slots dedicated to consumable items like in Smite 1. These slots will use the same default keybinds and button presses as Smite 1. A free ward with a cooldown will no longer be granted to players at the start of a match. I like that. There shouldn't be wards. They shouldn't just get free wards, I don't think. Wards will now be sold as wards and sentry wards with the same stacking rules as Smite 1. Health potion, mana potion, and elixirs will use these slots. New health chalice. They brought back health chalice. Let's freaking go. When I have a dedicated starter slot in the inventory as a 7th item, requires a specific level to upgrade, are not allowed to be sold. Okay. Wait, you can't even sell them, so you just have to keep them all game no matter what? I guess it doesn't matter. But they added a bunch of Smite 1 starter items and upgrades, so I think that's a W. I think those items are fun. X's ass, is it? New relics, Phantom Shell. Shield yourself and allies within 5 God's Take and pass 300. Okay, that's just Phantom Shell and Aegis of Acceleration. Players will now be limited to 3 active items. Purchasing an active item will now grant the player an additional HUD icon over by their relics. The first active item will use the same default keybinds and button presses as Smite 1 did for Relic 2. The second and third will use new binds. So they just lower the amount of active items you can get, especially for console players. That's a big thing. But I like this as well because it kind of combines the best of both worlds. We get some new active items, 2 new buttons that we can press, which is always fun. The more buttons, the better, in my opinion. More fun. More buttons that you can press, the more fun you can have usually. But the way they've done it as well is it's like a World of Warcraft or like maybe Diablo or some other games. I don't know. But when you get those active items, it almost acts like another ability down at the bottom of your screen. So you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, your 3 base abilities and your ult. And then next to your ult, it's going to add an active item. So it's like its own ability. So let's say it's like Bloodforge Shield. If you want a Bloodforge Shield, you can click, instead of clicking 1, 2, 3, 4, like your abilities, you can click 5 maybe, or you can click whatever button you want to set it to. C, V, B, you know, all that. Which I like. I think that's visually that's a lot better, and it just makes more sense, and I think it's cool. Thanks, Kama. I appreciate that. You can individually rebind them to any button on PC and controller in the settings, or it can be reordered mid-game by reordering the items in your 6-item inventory. So that's cool. Added a bunch of Smite 1 items to Smite 2. Crusher, Serrated, Transcendence, Heartseeker, Devourer's Gauntlet, Book of Thoth, Spear of Deso, Soul Gem. I wonder what they're doing in Spear of Deso, considering Spear of Deso is literally just Jotuns from in Smite 2. Jotuns is literally just Spear of Deso, but it has strength on it. Soul Gem, Doom Orb, Spirit Robe. Can you go both and just not have any cooldowns when you get kills? Soul Gem, Doom Orb, Spirit Robe, Prophetic Cloak, Voidstone, Void Shield, Glorious Pridwind, Shifter Shield, Shield of the Phoenix, Berserker Shield, Mystical Mail, Ratatouille, Genji's Guard, Gauntlet of Thieves, Demonic Grip, Chalice of Healing. Cool. Definitely cool, but they should also have new items. They should definitely be adding some new items as well. But that'll take some time, I guess. And then they also just... Smite 2 items that were similar to Smite 1 items are being renamed to their Smite 1 version and will use the same art as well. They're just like kind of going back on a lot of this stuff. Which I think is a little... I mean, like, I'm cool that I do want some of these items in the game, and I'm happy about it, and it'll be fun, but I do want the game to feel new, and, like, I think a lot of this stuff is just kind of, like, I'd say a little wishy-washy, and, like, them just kind of going back. Doesn't seem like they actually have, like, a roadmap for a lot of stuff that they want. Every upgrade is 1 or 2 components plus gold, minus no 3 component recipes. No tier 1s jumping right to tier 3s. Makes upgrading items more clear and fill less inventory space. Made tier 2 to tier 3 upgrades more meaningful. Use round numbers like 10, 25, 50 as much as possible. Make sure no upgrade path loses any stats. All recipes are unique, no duplicates. Many new tier 2 items were added to support this system. Okay. Making it more like Smite 1, I guess. Less like just having like 5 of those gems to get like a Doom Orb or whatever it may be. Okay. A lot of temporary visual and audio effects for items in the game right now that they're going to keep upgrading and adding to. Yeah, we talked about the penetration being removed. Holy cow. Oh, okay. I thought I was about to go through all the items. Remove Phantom's Ring, Emblem of Namaka, Bagua Mir, Eldred Orb, the Aneems. Why'd they remove Bagua Mir? And bug fixes, gameplay gods, UI, known issues, and roadmap. I'm sorry, known issues. Okay. Okay. There we go. So a lot of things are a lot of stuff to build on. Good foundation. We'll see how it is, see how things feel. That's the most important thing to me. There's just so many feels changes, and we really were trying to get rid of, or they were trying to really get rid of, like, the clunkiness in Smite 2. So hopefully this does that, does a good job of that. And I can't wait to try out Mordred. He seems really cool.